The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
We're going to buy American. We're going to buy American. So trade rules. Buy American has been the law since 1933. Also, going to 2025. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. New electric grids are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
What is happening, everybody? Man, I tell you one thing, that dude is something else, and we've got a lot to talk about tonight. Joining me as always, my left-hand man, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to the state of the Ukraine.
It's Ukraine. Joining us from the slopes, the channel dad himself, Brian Lee.
Chirp.
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 Crickets, whatever. Way to go, Late.
What that beep though?
Yeah, I know. He's the knight of anime.
Bebop boot.
Anime night.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Hope all you are doing good. Let's get into the show.
Last but not least, he's the man of the hour. I'm just going to let him do his own introduction. Here he is.
It is I, it is he, it is me, PWE, Etep Wokuian from the Place to Be Reviews. Right back here with all of you. Even got the chair spin with the knee shot to the desk. It is good to be here on the men's room. What is this, my second week in a row?
Yeah.
I should probably leave some money in the jar on the way out this time. My people are notoriously cheap.
You said it,
there's no punchline.
You said it, not me.
I did. Not if I are one.
What? A woman?
Well, it's International Women's Day. I could identify as one today and reap the benefits and show these women how to really get it done. I mean, because if you want something done, you need the patriarchy to do it for you as a woman. So apparently.
Well, that's right. Given Muldaney proof that a man can manipulate a woman in comedy.
Right.
Completely
look
unfunny.
Bruce Jenner is a woman for like 5 minutes and he gets Woman of the Year. I mean, look.
It is man.
The W's just keep piling up. The W's just keep piling up.
I had no idea that it was Women's Day or whatever. That's neat.
I did you see? Hang on a second. I had a special post I know David saw it, but hang on I have a special post I shared on I shared it on my community tab as well, in support of our strong ladies, especially those in government, because God knows girls need an inspiration.
Yes, I saw that. That was fantastic.
Of strong female leadership, and I think these two are perfect examples for young ladies to look up to.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking say that. It's Matt Damon on the right, the bald Matt Damon, and then whatever. Yeah.
Right, Rachel Levine, a strong Jewish woman. There you go.
Oy vey. This is why Jewish men marry sixes.
That means you're gay.
Nazi fags.
It looks like Brian
Yeah, we had plenty of
Stelter.
that last night. In the state of the
Emotional damage.
Don't worry, folks. We're protecting the Ukraine border. 60 million's on its way. Don't worry. The State of the Ukraine address was the most angry anti-American speech since Uncle Adolf went on his rant.
Where did y'all watch it last night? Like, did you guys watch it on any certain stream or?
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched a second of it.
I was watching Tucker.
I watched the Steven Crowder, and man, I don't know how they didn't get like alcohol poisoning because they had a drinking game.
What were the stakes for their drinking game? Would they have to drink every time he said something like insane or?
No, it was
the whole speech. Pretty much, he had to.
Pretty much. I wonder if
I didn't.
Let me see.
I didn't watch it, but I mean, it's Biden, so it's going to be nuts the entire time. There's going to be just nonsense and gobbledygook and. Sure, describe the people in one word, man. Chevy here is under pressure.
That was cocaine fueled Biden.
That's I saw a picture of his eye. Now his eyes were like this, like they showed a close up of him, and it was like he looked like he was tweaked. It was funny.
He was tweaked, all right.
All right, here was the drinking rules. Drink when Biden has a brain fart. Biden says something to let you know he's serious.
Yep.
Biden tells an anecdote. Biden blames Trump or MAGA for a problem he caused. Biden alludes to saving democracy. And you finish your drink when someone heckles him.
Did you see that Gold Star dad got arrested?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And his son was killed at the airport. Was it Kabul when we were
Kabul?
When we were leaving
behind at Kabul. Ordered to go stand guard and die.
And then his other son, unfortunately, self-deleted due to the grief from losing his brother. So this family now has lost their sons because of this incompetent man and his horrible people around him advising him in his decision making. Is the key, the crux of this issue and it's not just the decisions, it's the reasons why the decisions are being made, and they're callous but poignant and very unfortunately well thought out decisions. Like and I say well thought out with air quotes, especially when it comes to Afghanistan, because they knew why they wanted to leave. They just didn't care about the collateral damage.
Look, that's because they wanted to blame the previous guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Every opportunity.
But if you're Xi Jinping, you're looking at this and say, number one, he's a greatest salesman.
This is from Benny Johnson, the Gold Star father, Stephen Nickow. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. Father of Lance Corporal Kareem Nickow, who was killed in a disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Last night, he shouted, Applegate and 13 Marines during Joe Biden's State of the Union speech.
Just like Clinton, and Somalia.
Oh, I almost forgot about that. That seems like forever ago.
Black Hawk Down, yep. No rules of engagement. Not allowed to engage the enemy. What? You heard me. Not allowed to engage the enemy.
They shot us down. You're not allowed to engage, so we have to just die?
No, run. So basically, you're no longer a superpower when your orders are run away.
Yeah, this would piss me off too if I saw this while they're unloading my kids.
I'm not laughing at the image. I'm laughing at Tony's comment in the chat. It was horribly mistimed, my laughter. But him checking his watch, don't run or don't walk, run productions. He did an excellent video on that. I'm gonna to Tony's comment. I'm gonna have to go with Dave. Dave will float like a butterfly and sting like a bee compared to Rob Reiner.
Meathead is not exactly a fair fight. He is just.
I don't know who these guys are.
He's up on Dave versus Rob Reiner. Meathead.
Yeah.
I don't know who Rob Reiner is. Okay.
Yeah. Meathead.
Once upon a time was a good director, but after he did a couple of good movies, he started hitting the drugs hard and became a wokey.
To say he hit him hard is an understatement, Dave. You're being far too kind. You're being far too kind.
Okay, hit the drugs and the hookers harder.
But we are on YouTube, so I do understand.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dave could take him. I'm looking him up now.
Dave would say Trump once, and Rob would curl up into a ball, shit himself, and just lay there, and Dave would proceed to just stomp him into oblivion.
In Minecraft, History X style.
In Minecraft, yeah. I've got a meme for that. Hang on a second. I'll just share it in the group chat.
Okay.
I won't. I'm not sharing that on the air.
There's
yeah, they'll track you down for that.
Rob Reiner posted on X last night. President Joseph R. Biden kicked butt, and Dom Lecrae said yes, his own.
Suck it, Rob.
Oh my god. Somebody said some chick, I don't know who she is, Sarah Rose. Hello. He said Lincoln Riley. What in the world?
What the hell was that?
Way to go, Late.
You're welcome.
Only like what, 4 minutes in or 11 minutes in past your introduction.
Late comes in like Mr. Barlow.
I can change my thing now.
Hey, you know what? That sounds like a personal problem.
It is.
It is International Women's Day. Another win for the patriarchy.
Yeah.
But did you guys catch when he said Lincoln Riley?
Yeah. I saw a clip of that on Twitter earlier. Like I said, I didn't see the speech. I just saw a couple clips people posted on Twitter. And yeah.
Yep.
Biden's
if you get murdered.
Like I'm sorry, but I mean the sheer level of incompetence is it's not only apparent, but the cognitive, and I'm sorry, but like his doctor doesn't want to end up like a lot of other people. So he's like, yeah, he's fine. You know, I mean, this is just
doctor's got a choice, you know, die suddenly or a Lambo. He chose the Lambo.
It's a joke. It's
the redheaded libertarian commented and said cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I know, right? Hey, but seriously, I said that first. Come on. I said that last
Joseph R. Biden kicked his own butt.
Yep.
I love comment sections on X.
State of the we can't repeat that one.
We must arrest our opponents and make sure I am the only name on the ballot this year. And then we will not listen to these insinuations about the Democrat Party und Biden. I don't know.
999.
9999. Where is it? What the hell was that movie? The one everybody was taking that clip of Hitler yelling and make it like I made
Downfall.
The Downfall. Yep. I saw one of those recently. Somebody did. It was like Biden
There's a
getting
guy
mad
who actually takes the Steiner speech and puts all sorts of things into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really good. They're like, Donald Trump's ahead in the polls. No.
That shit made me laugh. It did. It just made me laugh because it's so very Biden. Or as they call him, Dark
Biden.
Brandon.
Everybody's saying it. Even CNN said
Dark
this was
Brandon.
This was an angry speech.
Although it's fun, just as we're getting ready to be turned into a dystopian hellscape, we get Gamergate 2.0, which is awesome. See, I wasn't around for the first Gamergate. I wasn't really paying attention. But now I've kind of thrown my hat in the ring on this, and I've been having fun with that Alyssa Mercante on Twitter.
I've read her article. Her article is trash.
I
had an aneurysm almost reading it.
Yeah. I don't know if somebody caught on, but Sweet Baby Ink symbol looks like a aborted fetus.
It's probably because they're sponsored by Planned Parenthood. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But
But
that's
see-
the whiskey. That's the whiskey and wine and edibles talking, folks. We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, well, her whiskey and edibles is talking too, and it's revealing the true self.
Oh, Etep. There was another one. Her name was Jess, and she had she had a cute face and everything, but man, she was unhinged. So yours truly decided to bring her down a few pegs to tell her that she's trash and that she's a tourist and all this shit. Kept up going, and she goes and blocks me. I'm like, see, you can't handle the heat. Get out of the gaming community.
That's it. I've been quote tweeting the shit out of that girl today. And then because she protected her tweets, and then she just locked her replies, and then she unlocked them. And I'm like, ha, got you, bitch. And I jumped in there and I dropped a meme on her. And well, hang on, let me pull it up because Lorena Creole said something to her, and I streamed with Lorena years ago, and I haven't in a while, but I still follow her on Twitter. And hey, let me just pull the tweet up because I want you to get the full context of the tweet. I have it bookmarked. There's a, hang on, I'm gonna have to scroll through these because there's a bunch of them bookmarked here, but it was so funny. And what's Alyssa Mercante, she tried to call in Hassan Piker to her defense.
Lord.
Yeah, the people's streamer. It's so hard to stream.
Champagne socialist.
Studio, from your multi-million-dollar studio where you're paid, what, $35 million or something by a sponsor?
Yep. Let's see. I'm looking for the quote tweet right now. Hang on.
Did you say champagne socialist?
Yeah.
Don't you mean Lambo socialist? I mean, he's a bit above champagne, isn't he?
Yeah, he lives in, what is it? It's like a $3.5 million house.
And he has a Lambo, so he's, like champagne.
Who got a Lambo?
Hassan Piker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
because
see,
he's, such a people's man, Why not a VW? And it's not even electric, guy.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't even want that Lambo.
Was it Mark Ruffalo or The Rock who justified having a Rolls Royce by saying, but I made it electric?
Those are called gays.
Let's see. Hang on. I'm looking for, where's it at? Oh, and then she tried to say there was death threats, which I've got that too. Which
very good at issuing though.
she posted a supposed screenshot of a gallows that somebody sent her, and she has no receipts, there's no date, there's no name, there's no timestamp. So yeah, it's pretty much just like, hey, I've made more convincing things on Meme Generator and Canva.
No, it could have been from ex-employees.
I mean, there's no way it's real.
While you're looking for that, Gary from Nerdrotic posted Happy International Women's Day in a sandwich.
I saw that earlier. I saw the other one where they got the sign for International Women's Day. At least you could have ironed it.
Feminist picnic falls apart after no one makes any sandwiches.
Here it is. I got it. All right. So here's, in full context, here we go. So Alyssa Mercante, she's from Kotaku. She says, Happy International Women's Day. I have almost a dozen emails like this and dozens more threats here and elsewhere. You keep being normal, gamers. Here's the shot right here. This is supposedly, there's nothing here. You can make this in like 10 seconds. So
just go to Biden's feed.
Yeah. So she says this, and then Lorena Creole says, where's the timestamps and sender info? And that's got 3,000 likes, 10 comments. Alyssa says, "Oh, girl, they're not going to love you." And then Lorena says, "Who is they? What do you mean by that, white savior lady?" So she got destroyed here. This comment alone, 76,000 views, 49 likes, 285 comments. How does that ratio taste? She gets fucking destroyed.
That's hilarious.
This was mine. Yar, the internet be a cruel mistress. But yeah, she's just getting no receipts. Projecting your own undesirability onto others is not an argument. Your racism is showing. Oh, girl, is that your black accent? That has 325 likes. We'll give that another
Dang.
one. Neon from what is that? Clownfish TV says we actually do, talking about like Lorena Creole. And Geeky Sparkles, I believe, was the right here. You know, she gave, you know, high praise to Lorena up here. Brightest Days here, you know, he gets a like. But yeah, she has just been unhinged. Alyssa Mercante over the last 48 hours. And like I said, I've got other bookmarks. She's trying to call in Hassan Piker. She's like, the only person that can help me. And she tagged him like 3 times. There's no response. None.
That's funny.
Nothing. And then the other bitch from Kotaku tried to jump in, like the main, like I think she's like the head of the online or whatever, the head of Kotaku, you know, whatever. And she tried to jump in, and she's currently getting wrecked right now to some Carolyn lady who's another just base Karen. Yeah, this basically is like the opening salvos of Gamergate 2.0, and Sweet Baby is just their Twitter account is protected. I don't know if they nuked their account yet or not, but I know it's all locked down. And one of their writers said, like, I don't know the anime, the guy that just passed away. It was what was his name? Dragon Ball Z creator. Thank you. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know who
Akira
he is.
Toriyama.
Thank you.
Let me find the bookmark from that. Another guy from Kotaku said something about him, and then made it up.
Chris Fuckerbang.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know who he's. Yep. He's on my hit list.
Yep.
He's on my hit
list. Word phrasing.
Oh no, like video hit list. Video.
Yeah. You're going to create content regarding his recent tweets and things on Twitter. Phrasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, careful, man. This is YouTube. They love negativity.
I am that
coming
angry.
From someone.
That guy just says bullshit.
Had his channel demonetized. Phrasing.
Alrighty. I'll play nice.
Yeah, we're not on Rumble. We're not on Rumble.
Okay.
We are technically on Rumble.
But yeah, Chris is literally
half and half. We've got half a foot in YouTube still
to tear apart.
Yeah, actually, we're on YouTube, Instagram, and Rumble, and wherever David and let's see, who's
Twitch
that?
And Facebook.
Oh, that's Lape, David, and David. Yeah, you can technically add a destination to like a Facebook page or something if y'all want to.
Just
saying.
Not Rumble.
Here it is,
YouTube,
right here.
Please.
Here it is, right here. Here's wait, hang on. That's not it. That's just his. Yeah, Chris Kindred. He protected his tweets. Where is there? I'm scrolling through. I have so many tweets bookmarks. I was gonna do a video on this, but I didn't have time today. Because I've got like 4 videos to make. Here it is, right here. Here's Chris Kindred's tweet. Right here. That's not the fucking right tab, you dipshit. There we go, right here. All right. Here's his tweet right here. Toriyama gave us the best and worst black characters in anime in the same series. It took range to do that. Tell me you're not trying to throw a barb without telling me you're trying to throw a barb without looking like you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The best and worst.
At the same time, it's petty jealousy because, hey, you know,
Yeah.
you acknowledge that this guy has brains, which means, hey, you're jealous, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
The
for
best
sure.
characters, yeah, total.
Like I
jealousy,
said,
man.
This particular with Toriyama, I don't pretend to be an anime fan. You know, I've watched anime, but I watched some Dragon Ball Z, but I was never like, oh, you know, hardcore invested in the, you know, I'm a very casual with that particular for I felt bad because like everybody's posting something. I was like, I don't, you know, it's like I don't
You didn't know. That's
No,
understandable.
no. I like I said, very
Not your
casual
world.
with anime and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, you know, it's sad because obviously there's an outpouring from the community of people who, you know, love this guy, loved his work, respected him, and it's hard not to have more respect for the Japanese in their quest to provide quality entertainment in a world that's filled with just garbage tier identity, politics riddled shit.
Is that one race that they can get behind is the Japanese?
Excuse me.
Oh my.
What?
What's up, man?
I'm only gonna be here for like 5 seconds to say R.I.P. to Akira Toriyama. How you say his name? Dragon Ball creator. I've wanted.
We're literally just talking about that right now.
Yep.
Perfect
timing.
timing.
I know. I was watching, so that's why I came in.
Wow.
But yeah, R.I.P. Y'all have a good night.
See you, buddy. Just randomly pops in. Okay. Yeah, I watched Toonami back in the day. That was my first introduction to anime, that type of entertainment.
Yeah.
And once Toonami went off the air, I really didn't know how to get back into it. So I was like, well, that was cool. I'll go back to playing with my Dragon Ball Z action figures.
Yeah, see, I watched a little bit of like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Kai, but I was never, like I said, I didn't watch it like all the time. I was older when it came out, you know, but I started watching honestly when I was in wrestling because a couple of my buddies were watching it. They're like, hey, check this out, you know. So I gave it a watch, and you know, I was like stoner just watching it. I was like, oh, it's pretty cool, but you know, I didn't really know what the hell was going on. Obviously, you pick up a few things after a couple episodes, but you know, I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, it was something I was like, okay, this is cool. But you know, I was never a huge, just growing up, I was never a huge anime fan. But you look at some of like the series we watched as kids, like Voltron. Those obviously had that influence that bled in, and you just didn't realize it then. You know, you're older, you're looking at the production studios and you know where they came from, and so it's like, oh, okay, so this was done in that style, and you know we didn't realize it, but yeah, it was good shit. That was good shit.
Because when we were young, well, no, I mean, well, you're older, I'm older than you, but when we were young, we weren't even told that a lot of these animations were rehashes of Japanese animations. We found out it was taboo. You know, a lot of Western media was taboo to mention Japan and Japanese animation because it was all owned by Disney. That's how corrupt things. Yeah. I mean, you're wondering why so many people are angry at Disney right now. Well, they did not build their company honestly. They're war profiteers. They went into Japan and these other countries and took their industries for nothing. Just took them. Just whole swathes of industries just handed to them on a platter. And now they won't give them up, even though they're not doing anything other than sitting them on the shelf to make sure there's no competition.
Yeah, hedging their bets.
Yeah. Hedging their bets that it's cheaper to keep these companies on the shelf than to and peddle their tripe. You know?
Yeah.
YouTube.
So I just ran across this wonderful meme. We could transition into another topic, but we'll just put this up for a second of enjoying the finer qualities of life. A life cut short. We'll never know what could have been.
St. Floyd effect.
Wait a second. Hang on. Wait a second. Hang on. Wait, did somebody say St. Floyd? Hang on. Wait, do I still have him on? I do. Hang on, he's here.
Oh,
I'm here, baby. It's me. You can't stop me. My anniversary coming up, dog.
Oh my
Eric
god.
Chauvin, you go get what you deserve, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
I'll be praised St. Floyd of fentanyl. What are you laughing at, Cracker?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You think it's funny? Have some Fentos, the breath taker.
Oh my
Now,
god.
Honk is laughing. Better be paying them reparations.
Yes, Sonny. When are you going to pay reparations, Sonny?
I'm
Oh
gone.
my God. He sounds exactly like the kid. There was this kid in my
Future doctor in the house.
In my 8th grade class, he talked exactly like that. He talked exactly like that in 8th grade class. I couldn't help it.
What, like a gay Mickey Mouse?
Exactly.
Oh boy. Brian Lake doesn't have his purity ring on.
I had to sell it.
Yeah. Well, Mickey, if you turn around, I bet you there's no purity ring. Your ring's not pure either.
Oh no, the Chinese took that. I don't care.
Was it his birthday today?
No, not yet. His wait, I don't know. Is it his PT?
His anniversary's coming up, but
Oh, I missed what you guys were talking about. So
it's May something. There's like a whole folder of like nothing but St. Floyd memes on my phone. It's Tony and I kind of went ham for like a couple of years with those.
So you just stay out of all cities then, right?
Oh yeah. They love me in Detroit. Are you kidding me?
yeah, he's really wanted in Portland.
Going there wearing my Clyde Drexler jersey from like '88 and shit. Where the Nike store at? Oh shit, never mind. You guys closed that.
Burned it down.
No, do you know they just because that was one of their flagship Nike stores was the Portland store, and and that store gave back to the community, and they had to close because of
looting. I mean, reparations.
Excess, yes, excess. Yeah, not COVID. Excess crime.
Reparations,
excess reparations. We'll say.
Excess
yeah, it was.
COVID.
But it was sad because they did a big story on it. It was like, man, this fucking they did good for the community.
Yeah,
it's just
the irony was the night before that doing a big puff piece on it.
Yeah, and then they closed, and it's like, oh, all right, enough doom and gloom. What else you got, Seth? He's like, I don't know.
There was something else I saw, but I'm having a hard time remembering. I should write these things down. But I don't.
I sent you copies of my outlines now. I've led the horse to water. I just simply cannot make him drink. I've taken I've brought the mountain to Muhammad. I've simply left out that never mind. We're on YouTube. I forgot. I gotta stop.
Breaking news. Donald Trump just posted 138 million bond for his defamation case for the appeals, of course.
Wait, what?
What did he need to post bond for? Was
Carol's the defamation case against it brought to him by E.G. Carroll.
Yeah.
So he
had to
by
post
denying that he raped her. He had to pay a bond to launch his counter case against her. That if he loses, she gets the full payment. If he wins, she gets nothing. This is the appeal. But in order to launch an appeal in New York, you have to clear the previous case. You have to basically say, hey, if you lose, you have to pay up. You have to, otherwise, yeah.
So apparently, somebody came to visit Trump today. And
Trump
no,
had a
Victor
meeting.
somebody. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out who this is.
Is that the Ukrainian they called a Russian because he went out and bought a pair of Trump sneakers?
I don't know. I had it pulled up here and then it refreshed and now it's gone.
So he was 9 years old or something when he was brought over from Ukraine. He started a collections website and eventually became a multimillionaire. And he saw Trump sneakers, and sneakers are one of the things he's into. So he bought a pair of Trump sneakers for $9,000, and they called him a Russian agent sending Trump money. So, apparently, where's the defamation case? I mean, you should sue these people for $1 billion.
I don't think that we're talking about the same person here.
No, it's not. Probably
this
not
person's like a government official for somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out where. And they're like, why is he coming discussing foreign policy with Trump? Shouldn't he be going to the president of the United States?
I got it here 7 hours ago. Trump to meet Hungarian leader Viktor Orban.
Yes, there it is.
And MSNBC says, he's embracing an autocrat. The democratically elected leader of Hungary is an autocrat now. So winning democratic elections.
I just think it's crazy. Like you're gonna, oh wait. Oh. Justin's back.
Hey Justin.
I didn't realize homeboy was bald. When did that happen?
Oh, dude, I've been shaving my head for like 20 years. When my hair started to go, I'm like, the hell with that going gracefully shit. I'll just shave it.
Were you wearing a hat last time?
Probably. I do sometimes. Sometimes I don't.
When did you go bald? When you met Grace Randolph?
Yeah, it was great. It was Grace Randolph made me lose my hair.
At what point did you accept your baldness?
I accepted my baldness at 21.
Man, I hope that doesn't happen. I have nothing going for me except for a full head of hair.
Dude, I can grow a glorious beard, but yeah, the hair is. If I grow it now, it looks like a Larry Fine. So we're done with that. But
Larry David,
Larry, it's fantastic. Last time I grew it out, it gets real long, and for some reason it curls. I don't know why.
He's got the Julius Caesar crown.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah. We'll just go with that too.
Man, so what y'all doing tonight? What y'all talking about?
What were we
talking
about?
We're just talking about Trump meeting with Viktor Orban.
Oh, did you see? Yeah, Laura Trump. Did you see Laura Trump got in? Is what at the head of the RNC now? Was it?
No, I didn't see that. I saw that Ronna McDaniel stepped down, but
yeah, I think it was Tony was telling me that this morning about her taking over, which is good for him. I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, Ronna McDaniel was a rhino anyway, so.
Yeah, she spent more money on flower arranging than she did campaigns.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then she tried to justify it by saying it was.
Dave froze like in mid-sentence. Look at him. Screenshot that. That's amazing. I need to put the laser. I need to put the laser eyes. And where did Channel Dad go?
He said he said BRB like at 9:14.
I've been back several times.
Dogs again,
We never know what you're doing, Lape.
Well, that's a good thing.
Love.
You're just lucky I have a shirt on.
Take it off, man. Damn, get sexy.
It's sexy time with Brian Lape.
When y'all get going, I don't want to interrupt, so I just sit here and listen.
Where's the
And like
Oh,
podcast.
in breaking news,
Whoa,
the
whoa,
freaking
Take a
convoy
damn
truckers
shirt
are
off.
back.
Let's
Whoa,
get
whoa.
Freedom
bad news.
convoy truckers are back. The farmers' protests have broken out in Canada and in Quebec, of all places.
Yeah.
I feel like you're trying to take attention away from Brian's nips.
They don't need it. They need
Trudeau
prayers
was out
and,
with friends and got heckled.
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
And nips. Nipples. They need it. I need nipples. Maybe I'm speaking to myself.
Oh my god. So
We're gonna pretend we don't all like nipples here. Come on now. The Matt out of the room. He loves nipples. I don't like pancake nipples. We differ there.
Matt likes pancake nipples, don't he?
They have to be.
Are delicious, but only in breakfast form, not in the sexual type.
Amen. Amen.
Just need lots of butter and syrup. That's all.
Yep.
See that whole 9.5 weeks like food and sex thing, that's way too messy. Like, I mean, you got to have like plastic on the floor for that. That's way too messy. But yeah, if you're just talking about regular, the nipples have got to be like symmetrical. You know, they can't. Yeah, there's a fine line there.
And I don't feel bad judging that because we judge on our penises, so we get to judge.
Right. That's their metric. Like is the schwanz. So it only seems fair that the nipples are judged on an equal scale.
There's only so many times I can hear, "No, baby, I like yours. The big ones hurt." That I can't take offensive.
Yo, Etep, we
Yes,
we need to save this and send it to Dion.
Dion got a little bit.
No, you know.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are we watching?
He'll freak out, dude.
Don't you read French?
When
No.
I was
Then bring it
No.
back. Put that back
What
up.
was
Let it say.
That's the same. What is
Bring it
that?
back up. But pause it. I think it says that's a horse. Pause it. Oh, when it comes up.
What's Sarah Jessica Parker doing there?
Yeah.
Yo.
Say what's a horse? Chevelle's horse. I don't know what that.
Of course, Leif, you speak French.
I'll try to take it.
Here. I'll Google it.
Of course,
I'm trying to read it like it's Spanish.
Those are called
It's
gays.
French. It's gay.
Say Chevelle. I can't spell. And I'm echoing to myself.
We can't hear no echo, so I guess you all right.
Man, this is
Who is this
wild.
horse that I guess Autolinger must be? I don't know what Autolinger is in Canada or France, but who is this horse is what that says.
This is Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Puppers. Hey,
Hey, we
puppers.
got dogs. We got dogs in the chat. Yay!
Woohoo!
Hey, you got the goodest of boys ever.
I don't mind.
that
Mine
a blue-
comes down. Mine's
that a
got a
blue
bed
chicken?
in the office.
Hey, is Dion Dion?
Yeah.
No,
I know-
CK.
I got no. When
I
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Horror Hound in 2 weeks because I have a box of plastic horses. I have been waiting to give to Dion, and I told Jeff, I was like, I'm gonna fucking mail it to him and just have it sent to his house. It's just I had all these like the little cowboy figures as a kid, and I got this box of plastic horses I found at my mom's house. I'm like, I'm just gonna send this to Dion. I have no use for it. I'm just gonna send it to him. It's like the Godfather, except it's a little there's like 30 plastic horses in this thing.
I just quote tweeted that horse girl and did at W World Class and said, "Don't let Dion see this." laughing face.
One of my oldest posts in the WCBS group, I was out cutting wood with my old man, and we were at his buddy's farm, and they've got their horse pasture butts up to where we cut, and the horses will just walk around there. And I was loading off the splitter into the back of the truck, and one of the horses just comes up, walks behind me, and I'm sitting there petting him, because I used to ride, and I'm petting him, and I grabbed my phone and I shot a video and I posted it in a group and I tagged Dion. And that was for, I think we were even friends, really. And Jeff DM'd me right away. He goes, "That's fucking hilarious." He goes, "Oh my God." Dion's like, "How'd you let that thing get that close to you?" I'm like, "What? It's nothing but a big old puppy." I'm like, "These things are friendly as hell, dude."
Do you know why he doesn't like horses?
I don't. Why is the reason?
Because you can't trust them.
Well, I mean, stands to reason.
That's what he says. You can't trust them. But I seen him cross 3 streets to get away from one in Indianapolis.
God. Man, I'm kind of bummed that I can't go to Horror Hound.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked.
Brian Lake, what you been doing, man?
I'm playing GTA 5. What are you doing?
I'm sitting here thinking about you.
I'm discovering I can't eat cashews and walnuts anymore. I get chest pains like I'm having a heart attack.
Christ, how old?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'll be 56 in 4 months. 3 months. Yeah.
So,
damn you.
If there was any doubt that Mike
I can't. What did he say?
Oh my!
I don't know. He kind of beat moved out, but I was playing the feed the ducks music because y'all was just talking.
I don't look half that good at 37. Damn, 56.
Well, that's why you guys sit in the dark.
Brian, you're about my dad's age. Can I call you daddy? Is that okay?
That's why he's channel dead.
No. Daddy.
This is getting kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward, daddy.
I think he's talking to you, Seth.
No, I'm talking to you.
You might.
Tony!
It's a party!
It's Demona Tony.
Everybody's excited to meet you, Tony. I'm not. You have to earn my respect.
Not interested.
Right out the gate.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone's Friday going?
Good,
All right,
good, man. Just chilling.
Saturday, so my Fridays could be gone.
This is why I didn't answer your DMs, Tony. I was on here. I'm sorry. I still love you.
I know a way to earn everyone's respect. If you read my little subtitle there under my name. I've come here to confess.
Too soon.
No,
what
Miss
is that?
Selena. No Selena here.
Is that the singer?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oh well, he could have said he distributed Fentos in Minnesota.
You okay there, Dave? Gee whiz.
I'm just looking at Etep, and I just
Fentos. It's not. It gives me wings. I'm okay. I'm okay. I promise.
What did I interrupt?
Red Bull.
What did I interrupt? Like, what's the topic of discussion tonight, gentlemen?
How much we fucking love Selena. Fucking bastard.
I need another drink. I'm gonna text the wife. Just
and after all of our conversation, I'm glad I finally got the man. We got a conversation to have. You, Selena, shooting some bitch.
Yeah.
No, he's actually Bob Chapek's biggest fan.
Yes.
Listen, Australian Martin, don't try to defend him.
Australian Martin.
Hey,
this is Selena's killer.
That joke is never gonna die. David R. Martin.
Dave, so did I send you that meme of Dave R.R.
Yeah.
Martin last week?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, hey Dave, did you see what I tagged you on Instagram?
You lack the fascination with penis.
Wait a minute.
Like up the interest.
Yes. Yes.
There
I
he
just want to
is.
know if
David
that's
R.
what
R.
it's really
Martin.
like to collect the mail.
The only difference is David finishes his stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Homeboy
left
got a
us hanging.
TV deal and was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another
$50
book.
million
Fuck you, I'm
to
out.
finish your books. Hey! Cash, please. Cash me out the back.
Oh my god, it's too funny.
Finish.
What?
Hey, George, you're going to finish your book and go to New Zealand to some obscure nerd conference for $50,000. Cash me out the back, please.
Dude, that was crazy. They had a South Park episode. It was the one where they were like Cartman was the wizard and they were fighting over the PS4 coming out and the Xbox. Like that was a generation and a half ago when they were bagging on George R.R. Martin about not finishing his book. And it's like, I never watched Game of Thrones or read the books, but if you are a fan of that series, I mean, that's sad, dude. I feel bad for those people investing in a story like that and then.
Now you know how anime fans feel.
Bad for me because I loved it.
I'm saying, didn't he
like
leave off the last book though? Like if
deliberately,
there's one,
he stopped.
He
stopped halfway through season 8. He stopped.
He's like 100 years old and he's made like $100 million. Who gives a shit?
Well, he does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just if you were invested in the story, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read it. I loved it. I watched the show. I loved it. I mean, yeah, I'm ready for the next one, but it's been great thus far.
There it is.
Angry R.R. Martin.
To me?
That's awesome.
But now you know how I said anime fans feel. We're waiting for Redo a Healer. We're waiting for Overlord to finish, and we're not. How many animes are incomplete anime night? More than half.
How many of us are as successful as George R.R. Martin? Not me.
Nope.
No.
So finish or not, he's still found more success than I have. So,
but is it success if you don't finish your
all the money
life's goal?
Yep, I would say that's.
No, I'd say it's his swan song. I'd say he's just waiting to finish off whatever he's finishing off, and basically, when he dies, somebody will come just plop the rest of the manuscript on the publisher's table and say, "Here you go."
Yep.
I mean, but are we really arguing is George R.R. Martin successful though? Like, is that really like?
Oh no, we're not arguing.
I'll argue that. Like, if I came in and painted half a room, got paid, and left, I wouldn't call that a success.
Well, I was a success for getting paid.
Well,
I'm
excited
at getting money and not completing the job.
Millions of viewers and readers, and yeah, I'd say he's pretty successful.
Yeah.
Not if he left them hanging.
No, I think
he's wealthy but not successful.
How many people?
That's like the ultimate honey dick.
That is a honey dick. That I can agree with. I mean, financially successful, yeah, absolutely, fucking absolutely.
What's
I
up,
mean,
Phil?
you've got, like you said, you've got how many books? I don't know how many books are in this series. What is it? A Song of Ice and Fire, correct?
7, I think.
Okay, so he's published 7 books that have been probably translated into God knows how many languages all across the world. Hell yeah, that's yeah, dude, that's success. Financial published, TV show adaptation. Well, 2 TV show adaptations, I think, with a 3rd on the way. I would say maybe, but I mean, it just depends on his perspective, a lack of personal fulfillment, but that depends on his own, his own standards of that. I mean, if he's happy with it, then yeah, dude, that's all that matters, I guess. I mean, yeah, your fans are going to be
noted that he's written more on his blog than he has on Winds of Winter.
Oh yeah, the not a blog as he calls it. Yeah, I'd say. I mean, yeah, dude, I'd say the guy's successful. Yeah, and that's not. I wouldn't really argue that. But yeah,
Not
I mean,
saying he isn't. No.
No. To me, it would just be personal fulfillment.
Yeah, fulfillment. Yeah, that would be the best word
You know,
for it, I think.
that depends. Like, are you going to be happy not finishing the story? If you're happy not finishing the story, then it's yours. Who cares? But I mean, yeah, from a reader's perspective, if they're like waiting with bated breath for that, yeah, that's going to be something that you're going to look down on. But I mean, from his side, yeah,
expect a new novel out of him.
Yeah, that's it too. It's like his age is obviously going to play a
old when they're like, hey, we're writing a show about your novels. What do we do if you die? Like that was
actually he did though. He sold them their notebooks. That's why a lot of speculation about why Winds of Winter isn't finished, because the audience perception of season 8 was so bad that Martin has just basically said, shit, half my book. Oh
yes.
Into the shredder you go.
The Game of Thrones for me goes season of season 1 through like half of 7, and then the rest of it I just in my mind make up what happened, because the show is fucking awful.
That's
yes.
As I was gonna say, somebody who's read the books, you probably don't care for much of what happens after they ran out of the source material. I haven't, like, my wife read the books. I haven't had a chance to, but yeah, after we watched the show, she read the books and she's like, yeah, the show was bad in comparison.
There's a guy on YouTube that has he reads the books, and he came up with his own version of what season 7 and 8 would have been based off the book. 10 times better than the show gave us.
But isn't that always the way it goes? It's always the fans that can come up with something better than the whack ass creatives on a show like that.
Hurry so they could go do which was hot shit.
Yeah, sorry. You're thinking.
But at the same time, we sit here and mock and laugh at an author who's way more successful than any of us will ever be.
Well, sorry, I run help my wife real quick. I'm not mocking or laughing. I'm just saying, if Leonardo da Vinci stopped one of his pieces of work halfway through, you can't call that a success. Now, he may be wealthy, he may be renowned, he may be accomplished, but is he successful?
That depends, though. I mean, did his half a piece win awards and get national recognition? Because half of Game of Thrones did,
but it's still not finished.
But it's still got the argument is an achievement, and yes, according to awards and the recognition he got, I would say yes.
Well, I'm not arguing he didn't achieve. Like I said, he's accomplished, but is he successful in telling his story? No, not by my definition. You got to see it through and persevere.
Well, see, that's the problem, and that's the speculation that season 8 ruined it for him because his ideas were rejected. But it wasn't the problem that his ideas were rejected. His ideas were rushed because they're only notes. They weren't the complete story.
Yeah, like people who aren't as talented as him had to jump in and finish it up for TV or whatever. And I didn't watch the show, but from what I hear, that's where it went downhill. Because they didn't have the source.
Martin had a fallout with HBO's management. And Dan and Dave said, Dumb and Dumber said, we can finish it without him.
Yeah.
Weren't they supposed to go do a Star Wars trilogy?
Yep.
That's why they wrapped it up early.
They wanted to do the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, and then that ended up going to Opie after all the reshoots. For the reshoots, it was Ron Howard took over.
Find out that Opie only got it because Kathy felt sorry for him having 4 movies in a row bomb.
Huh. Well, that and they knew the studio. They knew that he'd play ball with whatever the studio wanted too,
because he was desperate and cheap.
Yep.
He had 4 bombs. He needed money. And his ego stroked.
It's sad, too, because Ron Howard had some good films back in the day.
Yeah, but every creative has a problem that you'll eventually run into. Either you run out of stories, or you get so high too often that you can't think straight.
Yeah. Well, that can be likened to, like, say, Vince McMahon. It now, not anything else out of, you know, all the legal shit away, but just in terms of like storytelling and wrestling, and kind of correlating that to this. If you're surrounded by an echo chamber that just tells you every one of your ideas is good, you're never going to know when you have a shit one. And that's how we ended up with a bunch of bad stuff, you know, creatively, not otherwise. I mean, that's its own fucking set of issues, but
I forget who said it.
The courts will decide that.
Yeah. I forget who said it. I know Stephen King quoted the guy in his book, and I think it's actually an Ancient Geek guy. He says, every creative has only so many stories to tell. The trick is to know when you've run out.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and
like
Martin may have actually run into that, but McMahon and many others, I mean, even George Lucas, he had to hire people to finish his work.
Yep.
Well, that's
And
kind of a mark of an artist as well, as to know to put down the paintbrush when the painting is done. And like George Lucas is a good example of that. Like he kept going back and adding things to the original trilogy when it was fine as is.
Yeah, well, that's called vandalism.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it didn't need a lizard, okay? It did not need a lizard. We did not need to know about the jizz singers, all right?
Lord.
I'm surprised they didn't make a movie about them.
Well, a lot of the stuff is head scratching. Like it'll show outside of Jabba's palace, and there's some weird fucking CGI alien thing doing something stupid, and it kind of ruins the. It doesn't completely take away from the tension of the scenes with like Luke being locked up there and stuff, but it's just unnecessary.
Yeah. Anyway, gotta love you and leave you. I'm taking my son to lunch. Enjoy the rest of your evening, gentlemen.
Have a good one, Dave. Back for coffee and gaming.
Yeah, I'll be back in time for that. It's like 9 hours away.
All right, man.
See you then.
Have a good lunch.
See you, Dave.
Take it easy.
See you, Dave. Have a good
guys. Take care.
Bye, Australia.
Right, Martin. F Australia.
Where's sexy channel dad? Where? Why is he like I don't get to hear a sexy voice. I don't get to see a sexy face and body like channel dad.
You were just
what?
Odd on you. I'm not at work. I don't want to have my camera on.
I have no material to work with later tonight. Jesus Christ.
Are y'all gonna record after this?
No,
have you already recorded?
JP's on my team at work, so we recorded the podcast like 5 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
The Patreon.
Okay.
Matt's here. He's over there with my daughter playing Bluey on PlayStation.
Dude, there's a Bluey video game? Shut up.
Yeah, it's worth the money in the sense that kids love it, but it's like $50-$60 and like you can beat the game in an hour.
It was I mean, it's a well done game, but I didn't know that you paid that much for that.
Oh yeah, it's like $50. But I mean, it's a cool game. But
I love Bluey. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
My kid used to love that show. He still watches it occasionally.
I like Bluey because it teaches your kids good stuff. Like,
yeah, it's wholesome.
Or bullshit.
It's what kids need these days.
Yep.
I would definitely show that if I have kids. I would definitely show play that show for them. Be like, here, kids, something for you to enjoy.
Yeah, no, Bluey definitely teaches you how to be like a good person and be nice to people. Like this one episode where it's like this one kid, they don't say it, but he kind of touches on the spectrum of autism, and it teaches you kids are different, and it doesn't mean that they're wrong or, like it's just a really good lesson for kids of like, not everybody's the same. So, it's like all the lessons that show teaches are really good. Like me and my daughter the other weekend, my wife was out of town and we had like a dad-daughter weekend, and we spent all of Saturday watching Bluey. And I was like, this is a really good show. It teaches kids like really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's a severe lacking of that in children's entertainment. There really is.
Oh yeah, there's lots of kids shows today I don't let her watch because they're like disrespectful to the kids. I mean, to the parents or whatever.
Yeah.
Anytime Bluey and Bingo are like disrespectful to the parents, it always comes back to bite them in the ass. Like it shows you your parents.
Yeah.
It's a great show, man.
How old's your kid?
4.
4. All right, mine's 8.5. It's like he started watching that when he was about yours. Is it your daughter? You said you have a daughter. He was yeah, because I think it came out about then. I can't remember. I know it's been out for years now, but yeah, he was little when he was watching that. And out of like, because that started airing on like Disney, and because I know he watches it on Disney Plus. And that was that's the only show kid show, because he watches all the National Geographic stuff on there, all the animal shows now. But yeah, he'll still watch that occasionally. But that's the only kid show he really clung to, that resonated with him off of that he still enjoys.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of good life lessons. Like I loved one episode where it was like they were having a relay race with the dad. And then like Bluey cheated and she won, but then it was like, is it really worth winning if you had to cheat? So she learned to work hard. It's just like the lessons in that show are like legit lessons. Like if you want to win a race, like work hard for it. Don't cheat for it. Like work your ass off and win it. It's just as a dad, like the lessons I see in that show, I'm like, that's what my daughter learned.
Yep. It is. It's positive, man. It's something positive for the kids. Like I said, there's not enough of that. There needs to be more. And it's good that there's something like that for them now, because I mean, we had way more stuff like that went growing up.
Griffith. They were my two. Uncle Phil and Andy Griffith were my two father figures growing up.
Yep. We've been on a kick watching a bunch of 80s sitcoms and early 90s stuff, and it just like my kids enjoy it, and it's rare that you can take a whole family and sit down and everybody enjoy a show nowadays.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was a kid, we could all sit down and you could relate to somebody on the screen and you could find interest in the show. Nowadays it's like you're either making a kid's show, you're making an adult show, a teen show, a teenager show, something.
So TGIF when it was like
and
like
the TGIF, that was the GOAT right there.
Oh dude, we sit Friday nights, my whole family will watch. It's Boy Meets World.
Nice to go back to that era. It's nice to go back to that era and just like reflect on the time, like with everything going on, and you do see it years later, and it's so nice to sit down and watch and reflect on the simpler times in life, because
like shows like Family Matters.
Family Matters. I was gonna say, dude,
Blair. Boy Meets World. They taught you good life lessons. Like it's. I grew up in a small southern town where, lots of people were racist or whatever, and it's like I grew up with shows like that, and they taught me kind of like how to see things from other perspectives. And
what race we hitting on tonight?
No, we're loving all races tonight. But like a lot of those shows, they taught you lessons on things, and like you learned like Fresh Prince. Like Fresh Prince was, oh my god, like Uncle. I still say like I did. So I have a morning show on the radio station, and I still say like we had a ranking of like top TV dads. And I was like, Uncle Phil rates #1 for me every time. Uncle Phil was that hard ass love. He loved you, he cared about you, but he was a hard ass like. That's the dad figure.
Well, he had presence, though. He had the presence and the authority right there, and you felt it.
Did anybody watch any of that new the Bel Air show?
Oh, God, yeah. Don't get me started.
Well, I reviewed the first season of it, and they massacred that to.
It was so bad.
It was like the Uncle Phil character. Carlton was a cokehead. I mean, it was what was her name? The older sister. Shit, what was her? I'm trying to think of her name now. It's eluding me. Hillary, yes, Hillary. Her character was like an influencer, and she was like this narcissist. Ashley was like an activist. Aunt Viv was like flirting with the idea of cheating on Uncle Phil with the guy that was like in charge of her art fellowship. Yeah, it was totally antithetical to the message of the original show.
I was gonna say, man, the original show, family and
the original show was like wholesome life lessons. This one was just, it was bad. Uncle Phil was like Uncle Phil in the, like you said, in the original show was a presence. He was a great father figure, a fantastic influence for both Carlton and Will, and he loved Will like he was his son. And in this show, he did, but he was way shadier than he was. Like he wasn't shady in the first show. He was in this one, and it was like, man, like come on, like that's not Uncle Phil.
More that in the original, Uncle Phil knew more than what he was saying, but he didn't reveal too much. Like he made sure to tell Will what he needs to hear without explaining any further. Because when Will's character like had that tantrum about his dad and everything, you feel it, and there is really no honest truth way to say it. And I think Uncle Phil said it the best way anybody could in that situation.
Uncle Phil showed us that love is expressed through actions, not words.
Yep. What's his name? Marlon Wayans played Will's dad on the new one, and it wasn't good. It was that whole show was just done so, like, bringing that into the modern times the way they didn't work. It didn't translate. You know, they tried to like, you know, modernize it, and it didn't work. Like that show exists the way it does, and it's perfect as is, the original. It's one of those ones that was so ill-advised that they did that, but it was a cash grab. It's content. That's how they look at it.
I feel like Girl Meets World, I would like, hindsight is 2020. Yeah, I'm glad they brought everybody back, and it has its moments here and there, but it kind of fell short of capturing what made Boy Meets World really good. I mean, in of itself, the show was fine in and of itself. It's just the writing and certain life lessons and everything was kind of missed the mark a little bit, but you enjoy it because it's actually a bit of a continuation of Corey and Topanga's story in the modern times.
What I do?
Dude, I tried watching that show. So we watched Boy Meets World in its entirety. Went over and started watching Girl Meets World just to see how things transitioned over. And I watched like 2 episodes, and my wife was like, "I don't want to watch this show anymore. It's stupid." Like,
so y'all missed Harley Tyner's return.
Remind me to play about your Justin.
I didn't.
Give me sexy ass.
I didn't see that, but I've heard about it. There's a podcast I've been listening to called Pod Meets World. Yeah. And it's Ryder, Danielle, and Will, and they like break down all the episodes and have guests from the show on. It's a fantastic podcast if anybody's interested. There's also one for Full House with the girl from Kimmy Gibbler and Stephanie.
See, I didn't enjoy Fuller House. Like, I was pretty stoked when they announced it, and then it's just a different feel to it. Like the first episode or whatever was good to see everyone except for the Olsen twins. It didn't feel complete.
Like it didn't feel complete because with what happened to Lori and also the Mary-Kate and Ashley missing that whole thing. From my understanding, I don't think they were ever contacted about the show. Like they were.
No, they were.
No, they are staying away from Hollywood.
Yeah, they turned it down. They didn't want to be a part of it. They said that they asked them to be there, but they just wouldn't do it. So I watched the first episode of Fuller House, and I don't really remember it. I do think we're planning on watching it whenever we get. We're in season 7 of Full House right now.
It's a personal preference, obviously, but I enjoyed. We stuck it out through Girl Meets World, and they're like, obviously, it's not as good as the original show, but I would, if you gun to my head, I would take Girl Meets World over Fuller House.
Wow. Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Damn it, we need Perfect Strangers too.
Did anybody watch Step by Step?
Yeah, I rewatched it recently. It gets like they ended up letting Sasha Mitchell go.
I hate that.
Yeah, me too. But the show gets like their last few seasons are really not so good compared to the beginning of the show.
I used to love that show.
They let what did you say his name? Sasha. I forget his name. I know it's
Sasha Mitchell.
Sasha Mitchell. So they let him go, and then they bring in that Flash character, and then they go to Disney World, and it's like every single. I kept telling my wife, I was like, "Dude, that should have been Cody. That should have been Cody.
Yeah,
that should have been Cody."
See, if you watch the shows Full House, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, and Family Matters, they all at one point in the show go to Disney World, but that was the same week on TGIF. I remember that. It was not long after Disney acquired ABC, and that's how they were celebrating. So it was like a Disney World week or two of TGIF.
Every show went, but it was like at the same time they were there. Different seasons, obviously, because like Full House started in '87.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Man, I really enjoyed Step by Step, but like once Cody left, the show just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
Because then Brendan left.
Yeah, and they don't even mention it. He just disappears.
No. Yeah, Brendan left. And I think the other boy, Mark left.
The nerd kid.
Yeah.
Wasn't Mark the youngest one?
Mark was the youngest for Suzanne Summers' kids.
Yep.
And he straight up he bounced like mid season 6 or so.
Yeah.
And like he did come back for a couple of different episodes, but it was very like 1 or 2 appearances per season.
See, I don't remember when he left. I think I don't think I watched that whole show.
Well, Brendan wasn't there like 3/4 of the way of season 5, 6, and 7. Like he didn't get, and they really didn't give you a proper ending to the show because they thought they were going to get renewed, and then they just got canceled. So like the season finale is just kind of like whatever.
It's kind of rightfully so though, because again, like those last few seasons are pretty rough to get through.
Yeah.
Like it did, like a lot happened at that time. Dana cut her hair. Like 2 of the kids basically leave, and they fire Sasha Mitchell and bring in that one dude to be like JT's best friend, who was also Eric's friend in the earlier seasons of Boy Meets World. Yeah.
Well, Sasha Mitchell got fired for, was it like domestic abuse or like drunk driving or something like that?
Domestic. It was a domestic dispute that turned around and came that he was innocent of.
Yep. He was exonerated.
So when they brought him back 2 episodes before the season finale of season 7, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna hire you back," and then they canceled the show.
Gee, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was watching something.
Wasn't he in Kickboxer 2?
Yeah, he was in the Kickboxer sequels and stuff. Some of them.
I remember seeing him in those.
Yeah, that dude was cool.
Before I understood what a cheap sequel meant, I remember seeing Kickboxer 2, and I loved the first movie.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's Cody from Step by Step. And then they show the little scene, like the flashback of Jean-Claude Van Damme and the other brother getting killed after defeating Tung Po. And I'm like,
have y'all seen Sasha Mitchell recently? Yeah, dude's yoked.
Holy shit.
Just step by step, bitches.
Dude's like, dudesy. What's up, dudesy?
I'm Cody, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, for real. Dude's yoked, bro. Like, holy crap.
Christ.
I'm Vince McMahon, I'm Vince McMahon, damn it. I need to take a shit out of that guy right there. Yeah.
Sign him to a contract.
You know, Dana was a lot hotter though, and Step by Step. Like, I remember her from My Two Dads, like when I was real young. And then growing up, I was like Al's age, so I always kind of had a crush on Al or the Suzanne Summers' middle daughter, what Kate or whatever with the brown hair. I liked them, but I was never into Dana. But going back now, I'm like, God, Dana does something like hot with her teeth, dude. I kind of like her.
Stacey Keenan, yeah, she was cool, man, but she just, I don't know, she just was too much. Al was the prettiest one, and then what was the middle? Karen.
Karen, yes.
Karen was all right, but she was just too much.
Yeah. Like, I felt like as a child at the time, I felt like I had a chance with Al. Karen was hot, but I knew I wasn't her type. And then Stacey Keenan, Dana, or whatever, she was just, she was the prerequisite to everything you see today with the pink hair dye and blue hair dye, and
Now, Stacey, yes, dude, for real. Like, I never realized how much, like, they did. She was like feminist this and feminist that, and it was like, I rewatched when I was watching Step by Step. I was like, "Ooh, dude, shut up."
Yeah, would you shut up and give Cody a blowjob finally? Shit.
Yeah, she's some big lawyer now.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
Yeah, this is that's Stacey Keenan and that's Christina Lakin.
Stacey Keenan looks just like the feminist these days.
Yeah, and that's Al.
Yeah, she looks good too.
Yep. So they were cool back in the good old days of TGI Friday.
Yeah, man, those were the days. Like, Friday night was the bomb to just sit there and watch all the shows, man.
Yeah, like, it was TGIF on Friday nights, and then after that, I might have to be playing Legend of Zelda or Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you? Speaking of Step by Step, did you guys hear about what happened to JT? He got shot up.
No,
really?
Yeah, dude. All right, in between season 5 or 6 or 6 and 7, he was involved in a road rage dispute that ended up in, like, he got shot like 6 or 7 times.
Jesus, he's Tupac.
Yeah, dude. They shot him up in the chest and arms. Like, there's couple of scenes in the later, I can't remember if it was either 6 or 7, but you can see like the dimples in his arm where like the scarring was.
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. They said that that he was out, like, he left the studio. It was like right after the whatever season wrapped, and they had just left studio. They were going somewhere, and it was some crazy dude. It was like a road rage situation, and JT thought that he got away, but ended up turning into a cul-de-sac. So he turned around, and as he was coming back, the dude was blocking the entrance. So he just guns it and like tries to speed past him, and the dude's just lighting the car up, just bam, 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 and he like obviously wrecks, and paramedics get there, and he's all like shot up.
That's like, I'm picturing the road rage incident. Like, I'm JT, mother effer. Like, do you know who I am? Like,
yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know, one thing. So I don't like Family Matters, right? Steve Urkel. That number one, that was on fire for a minute. Like, once they introduced Urkel to the show, he became the show. But not only did that also get really weird in the later seasons, like you have Urkel and Carl like traveling through time in these crazy machines Steve was inventing, but we've had this discussion on Etep's channel before about Urkel being so obsessed with Laura Winslow, but then Myra comes around who's like an upgrade in every conceivable way. She's sweeter, kinder, funnier, she's prettier, and it's like Urkel had anything a man could want there, and he was still obsessed with asshole Laura.
Yep.
And then I didn't realize it, but the actress who played Myra passed away, unfortunately, which, I mean, like, I think while the show was still going on, she passed away, which is just tragic because she was beautiful and she was a talented actress. But it kind of broke the show in a way because you're like, why are you still chasing Laura who's rejected you all these years? Like, is Urkel that much of an egomaniac that he's not going to stop until he gets his way? Because you've got Myra over here. I mean, God, she was beautiful and great.
Yo, that's Brandon Call, the dude to play JT Foster.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Yo,
got
he's all
the same
bald.
barber.
That's crazy.
He like left the show and joined MS-13.
Joe, that's crazy, man.
He looks like someone who gets shot.
Dang. That's savage. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, dude. Man, them old sitcoms though, you can't beat them.
Yeah,
no, those were bomb back in the Friday nights like that. You had a great. They always had a great lineup on TGIF though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I like Step by Step because Patrick Duffy from Dallas was in it. That's right. That was coming in. Of course, I know who Suzanne Summers was from Three's Company, but you had Patrick Duffy. It was Bobby Ewing. I'm like, I know who this is. He's from South Fork.
They made a comment. I remember one episode. They made a comment. They were like, "Look, who's this Dallas looking fool?"
Yep.
And everybody was kind of like, "What?" And he kind of like tipped it. He had a cowboy hat on. He tipped his hat and was like,
I didn't know that's where he was from. I just know Patrick Duffy from Step by Step.
Oh yeah, he was Bobby Ewing, son of Jock and Ellie Ewing on Dallas from South Fork Ranch.
Okay.
Yep. His wife on the show is Victoria Principal. And they did. I watched that entire series like twice over. But yeah, they did a nod to Dallas in the dream sequence in Family Guy. But yeah, that was always funny seeing him on Step by Step. I was like, oh, he got tired of Texas, and this is where's Bobby Jr.? I'm like, he ditched him.
Yeah. God, that was like the first show about like because I can't say that because the Brady Bunch actually had the two families coming together.
Yeah, blended family.
But that was very much in the vein of like the Brady Bunch, but like a modern day version. And like they try to fix the children's souls by bringing them to that amusement park at the beginning of every episode. And yeah,
did you guys notice the amusement park had that fake water?
No.
Yo, dude. All right. So when you're watching the intro for Step by Step, if you the very last shot is a pull-out shot where you see the roller coaster as it's pulling back. It's meant to look like it's on the bay where the water's like right up against they're out on the water. It's CGI water over the parking lot.
I need to look for that. I didn't realize
it is. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. It is hysterical.
One thing I think about when I see, because when the show started, it was a different cast. You had like Suzanne Summers' mom and sister on there, and then they take them out and add Cody, and then take him out and add this character and that character. But all the characters are at that theme park, but they had to like set that up again or visit or wherever it was filmed like 100 times to add everybody in the credits. And that's
Yeah.
one thing
Hey,
I
give
think
me
about. Like, Jesus.
give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta go help my wife with something.
All right.
Yeah, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, Etep, about, the first half of all of our lives was pretty good. And maybe in a way that, we were definitely appreciative, I'm sure, but we didn't realize how good we had it until, like, you look at the modern landscape of entertainment and stuff, and it's like, man, all these classic shows back to back on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lit week. You had a lit week because on Monday, well, like Monday nights, it would be either WWF Raw or WCW Monday Nitro, and then you would also have like go further than that. You had Thursday Night SmackDown or WCW Thunder, and then TGIF. You had Boy Meets World, Full House. Home Improvement, actually, I think it was on there too. I can't remember for the life.
Home Improvement, I think, was on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I know it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember.
It was Tuesdays.
Oh, it was Tuesday. Okay, so I have the wrong day then. Okay, I knew it was somewhere on that week. That week lineup. I knew it was somewhere in there. But man, you had it. You had everything right there, and it was so much fun, like watching all of those growing up. And then now that we're adults and we watch these shows again, we do see the messages behind it, and it's like, hey, that's actually a pretty good thing.
Yeah,
and you agree with it. And then there are some things like they could have went a bit better with this, but still they went really bold with like the underage, like some of them. And it's like really wild that they went there, but I get the meaning behind it, and I'm like, you guys realize that the network execs are gonna be really fucking pissed about this, and they didn't care. It's like, no, we gotta teach kids about this now while we still can. But they did it in the way that you could actually appreciate, and it's like, oh, this is not so bad. I mean, we learned something from it. I never understood the backlash, but then again, societies are so different nowadays.
Well, it makes you wonder how the generation that grew up with all those good lessons and then went on to South Park or like Family Guy just ended up being so uptight. Like they're such sticks in the mud.
Yep.
All right, this is all CGI water.
Really?
That is insane. I always thought that was so cool in amusement park.
You can see the curb of the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Hang on, let's see if
I
there's
saw it.
That's the newer. All right, that's the newer season.
Yeah.
Because that's when they started doing season 1 intro. Here's the. Let's see. I get it muted for obvious reasons, but yeah, towards the end.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. See, like, there's no water around this thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay, I take that back because here it comes. Here it comes right here. Now, if you look, this is all parking lot right here, and the parking lot goes into the water. Now, on TV, you can see this, but because it's the, like, old school, like, I guess the rip, like, you can't.
How much money did they
right there.
spend on that in the 1990s, in the early to mid 90s?
Yeah.
Is it that important to have the water? Like,
I guess it was.
I always wondered how they got the sky shots of like the house and everything in Full House, like the Golden Gate Bridge. It's amazing to me, like some of these intros of the shows and the creativity behind it, because I can't think of a modern TV show that has like an intro that captivates you to watch it. Because when you go back to the classics, the intro captures your attention. Like, whoa, what's this show? I gotta watch this. You don't feel that anymore.
So the it's the actual roller see the show's supposed to take place in like on
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, that's right. And the roller coaster is the Colossus from Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, I think.
Huh.
But the thing actually burned down from what I remember hearing. Something happened and it burned up. Part of it burned up. So like it's gone. Let's see. Yeah. All right, here it is. See, they showed the roller coaster and then all this was supposed to be water. In that clip.
Again, think how much money they had to blow on that for the intro. Like they could have put that towards the show or something.
Exactly, yeah.
That had to have been like a ton of money back in what 1994, 3 or whenever the damn show came.
Yeah,
out.
CG that 91.
91.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All that water CG because all that water is that.
Well,
why not just film it from the other side and pan out into the trees or something? Jeez.
I know.
I never realized that. I always thought that was dope. I'm like, I hate roller coasters, but like one right by the water just looks cool.
Yep. Yep, right here's where it got it caught on fire.
Oh, and they filmed it in California, like because they were supposed to be in Wisconsin.
Yep.
It's like, so if they weren't dead set on being in Wisconsin for the intro, they could have. I don't know. I don't freaking know.
Because nothing says Midwest like Valencia, California.
Yeah, that coaster deserves to burn. We were young and impressionable, and you lied to us.
My man.
That's crazy, man.
California. California.
They thought it was a Wendy's.
Is this a Target?
Hello, is this Kmart?
Dang, dude.
Jeez.
Oh.
All right, shut up.
Man, so much history in these
Yeah,
shows
dude, that's
that I
wild,
didn't
man.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I like love these. All right, so the like podcasts and stuff. When I was watching, Pod Meets World, the podcast I was talking about that's got the people from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
They have funded the Full House podcast that Stephanie, the girl that played Jodie Sweetin and Andrea Barber, they host. Kimmy Gibbler and Stephanie. Well, apparently they're getting ready to start another one with Stacey Keenan and Christina Lakin.
Nice.
And they're going to be doing step by step.
It's so smart to do because, like, there's a nostalgia for those shows now. And
yeah. And it's really cool to see the technical side of stuff because like they do like every other week is a show recap, and then they on the off weeks they do like they'll bring in a guest that was like 1 week was like a director or something, and they'll just talk about like different things.
That's when I first heard of Pod Meets World. I haven't heard much about it, but when I first heard about it, I think either the Quartering or one of the shows I listened to was reporting the actress who played Angela.
Yep.
Because like Boy Meets World, I don't remember if it was the first, but it was one of the first shows to feature an interracial relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, that show one great thing about that show, like it goes through Corey's life, and the cast may change accordingly, but the issues they deal with and everything, I mean, it really is introducing you from Corey the boy to Corey the married college man, you know, like when you turn on Girl Meets World, it almost doesn't feel like that much time has passed because he grew up in that show. But you know, Angela was on there for a while. She was dating Sean, which that was a big thing at the time, you know, the interracial relationship.
Yeah.
Not that it should matter, but I mean, it was kind of, you know, making history in a
At
real
that
way.
time,
But,
it was new.
yeah. But when I heard about Pod Meets World, I guess I don't know.
All right, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I know, because I listened to it like the
About
day that
not
it
being
happened.
on the last show or whatever.
Well,
About
she was on. She came on, and they addressed. Apparently, while the show was like recording, Angela had to wear some kind of big red hat, and Will thought that it was funny that she looked like Aunt Jemima, and he made a comment about, "I just love your syrup," and
Oh,
she took
yeah.
that racially.
Yeah, no, I remember that, but didn't she? Yeah. Didn't she also say something about they didn't let her finish out the season because of something, or they didn't let her on the last episode because of
Yeah, they said
racism or
that they didn't want her on there, and then and Danielle and Will and all them were like, "Dude, no, we never said that."
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. I forgot about the Jemima thing till you mentioned it. That's hilarious. But yeah, he
Yeah.
apologized for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they lambasted Will, like even the people, like, I hate it because you can tell that all of them except Will's actually like based, but Danielle and Ryder and like a good majority of the fans are very much woke, and so when that happened, like, they really went hard on Will. Like, you got to apologize, you got to do this, you got to do that, and Will was like, I don't have to do anything. I was 19, like,
And it's,
who cares? Grow up.
yeah, if like a black dude went up to you and was like, "What up, Bray Wyatt?" or just whoever he thinks you look like or something, are you going to take that as it was racially charged? Or I mean, it's just, I don't know, a weird thing to be upset over.
Yep. But yeah, it was I don't know. I really like it because I've gotten to know so much about like behind the scenes stuff of the show. All the times that what's that dude? Michael Jacobs. He's apparently a hardcore dude to work for, director wise.
Yeah. I heard he almost like fired Danielle Fishel a few times when
Oh
they were
yeah.
first starting out. Yeah.
She said he screamed at her like all the time.
Yeah, I need to check. Can you listen to that on YouTube, or do you need to jump on a podcast platform?
You can listen to it. It's available on YouTube, but they're slow. You can get it all on Spotify for free.
Okay.
So it's really cool. I that's the only thing I use Spotify for, and I don't pay for like Spotify like the service. I just get on there and listen to it for free.
Yeah,
And
I'll
you
do
can
that
fast
with Logan. Yeah.
Yeah, you can fast forward through the commercials.
Sweet.
So
yeah, I watched a few videos on the not to get too, hung up on Boy Meets World, but I watched a few videos, and it's interesting on the arc of Eric, how like when the show started, he was, and a lot of shows do this, they end up going to like the worst possible stereotype for the character, like Joe from Family Guy. He started off as a brave, confident neighbor who Peter envied, and now we've seen him go through the ringer. But kind of the same thing with Eric. Like, he was the cool older brother who got the hot chicks and whatever. He was your normal, average 16, 17-year-old kid. And then they slowly transform him into a complete idiot throughout the series.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to, okay, I partied in school, didn't really, study hard and didn't get good SAT scores. Now I'm struggling to get into college. Like, that was a meaningful storyline, but it's like it doesn't mean like towards the last few episodes or last few seasons, and it didn't ruin the show by any means. It was just like such a weird arc for him that he would just get so goofy, I guess.
Yeah.
There was a time like him and Corey took the road trip and he was thinking about staying in that little town to find meaning for himself, and like the storylines were deep, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway,
I
if you have the
I
time,
like that
check
one.
some of those videos out, like just the arc of Eric in that show. Yes.
Yep. I just enjoyed I enjoyed watching it because it brought back my childhood. It made me feel like, you know, a kid again. Because we used to watch that show every Friday night.
Hell yeah.
But well, I think I'm ready to hit the hay, man. Y'all okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at
I'm
least
good.
At least take it off air so we can talk freely without the YouTubes. So anybody got anything they want to plug for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm headed over to Dermy Wormy's channel for his special Friday night stream, Ball Busters tonight. I think he's getting drunk for super chats. So I've already got a good buzz going. So I'm gonna grab another glass of whiskey or two and head over there. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow night. I don't know. Might do something. Who knows? I got videos I'm working on. And yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it.
Nice. Anime?
This Sunday will be episode 69 of Night's the Anime Table. I do have a few
69.
Yeah, we're gonna be very vulgar that day. We're gonna be very vulgar. We might, hopefully YouTube doesn't take us off the air, but we'll see how far we can push it on that day because everybody's looking forward to that episode. I too am working on some videos. I'm gonna be ripping apart this Guardian article I'm looking at and a few others because the Kotaku one I had so much fun tearing apart. I had way too much fun, so looking forward to ripping it again. Also next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I will be at Comic-Con. I'm gonna be meeting up with Ted DiBiase, seeing them, and hope for the best. Also 2 subs away from 300. We're that close.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Just gotta cross the finish line and then we're on to 400.
Sunday evening we'll be live with the Podcasting Dead. Come over there and check us out after The Walking Dead, The Ones That Live. That'll be episode 3, so should be a good time. So far, both episodes have been really good. Leip, you got anything?
Not a whole lot. Hopefully I can get back to some reviews and other things soon. I got to try some other stuff, but it's every weekend I've either been on patrolling or it's been raining or crappy weather. So I'm waiting for the things to behave and some ideas of stuff I want to try out with Blender and other stuff, but I need the weather to cooperate.
Nice.
And don't forget this weekend, you lose an hour tomorrow night.
Yay.
Yes.
Tony, what you got going on?
Yeah, I'm I haven't been streaming as much lately. I've just been on the quest to become a better web developer, teaching myself code. Basically got the front end as down as I'm gonna get it, and I'm been working on back end. So you never know when I may pop up on someone's channel, but yeah, I love all of you. Love you guys on the panel. Love everyone in the chat, and yeah, this is a great time. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you get to come, man. I appreciate you being here. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You and Etep, man. I love having you on.
Yeah,
man. It's a lot of fun.
Glad to be here, bro.
Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., coffee and gaming. That'll be a good time. So come hang out with me and David as we play Red Dead Redemption 2. And try to find us a moose because we've spent hours and we can't find a freaking moose. So
look for the squirrel.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.